Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the listening party of To Us Who Hurts. Today, we're going to be unveiling the real story behind each track, and we are so glad to have you here with us. My name is Evie Odige, and I will be your host for tonight. And with me, I have the spoken word artist, Alex Osaige, and also the producer, Sage Efosa. Do us drop in your question when necessary, and right about we'll be starting with the first track, Thoughts.
See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you for you. See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you. Alone in the confines of my room, besieged by sadness and gloom, round about like a cloak, deep in thoughts, like a pin dropped in the Atlantic, engulfed in so much pain, like the thrashing Netherlands made it out on Spain. To what end is this? I begin to sound like Shakespeare, but my heart's been pierced with a sharp spear. The word from a beloved leaves behind nothing but tear and wounds, sweet turned sour, all in a split second. And for the records, this wasn't the maiden edition. So I wonder, is this real or fiction? They say trust is key, focus is the lock. But this happened again. I guess I ran out of luck. How can it be explained? Like a copied assignment, unexplainable. Memories fade so fast like a chorus. Can't believe there won't be any more us. I tried all methods to make it work. I even took it to God. But the more I tried, the more repelling forces put us apart. This wasn't the path we agreed to walk. Then I realized I had been on this journey alone. You were just there waiting for the right time to be gone. See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you for here. See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you for you. Perplexed and depressed, I wonder, what have I done wrong? Yes, I admit we sometimes quarrel, even doves do pickle. But show me any true friendship without any misunderstanding. I'd show you a fairy tale that even Walt Disney won't produce as a classic. Now back to the statistic. I wish there was a magic fix or a magic wand or a genie or anything to make this pain go away. But alas, the pain in Dracula's voice, this is where I'm gonna stay. You wanted her, you're getting this. They say time heals all wounds, but this pain seems to last forever. I wish I never had to go through this. This is just me and my thoughts, hoping that it is not real. My heart is so hurt, seems like I'm forgotten yet. They say it may just be a blessing in disguise, and for me to become wise, all in my thoughts. But this pain I truly feel hurts. Truth sometimes hurts. Hurts always heal with time. Can't believe I am a fool again. But we are all fools to what we truly believe. In thoughts, time seems to stand still, like mannequin devoid of thinking or expression. I'm wailing and yelling for help. No one seems to notice. I'm surrounded by people, yet I'm alone. I dial 911, but I'm placed on hold. I suffer from excruciating pain untold. This is crazy. But guess, it's what I deserve for misplaced priority. See my hand. See my hand for yeah. No go let you go. I no go break. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you for yeah. See my hand. See my hand for yeah. I no go let you go. I no go break. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you for
flaunt what is not certified as yours. Because it is not the love that sustains the promise, but the promise that sustains the love. I'm lost in thoughts. Who will rescue me? I am lost in thoughts. He said, come to me, because of you I went to the cross. No one will love you like me without a clause. So stop the thoughts. I always long for your heart. Come to me, and I will give you rest and end your thoughts. Not every loss is a loss. I love you. Never forget that. Let me feel your thoughts. 'Cause for you everything, I paid the cost.
See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you, for hero. See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you. See my hand for you. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I wait for you, for you. See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you, for you. See my hand for you. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you, for you.
Thoughts. Alone in the confines of my room, besieged by sadness and gloom, round about like a cloak, deep in thoughts, like a pin dropped in the Atlantic, engulfed in so much pain, like the thrashing Netherlands made it out on Spain. To what end is this? I begin to sound like Shakespeare, but my heart's been pierced with a sharp spear. The word from a beloved leaves behind nothing but tear and wounds, sweet turned sour, all in a split second. And for the records, this wasn't the maiden edition. So I wonder, is this real or fiction? They say trust is key, focus is the lock. But this happened again. I guess I ran out of luck. How can it be explained? Like a copied assignment, unexplainable. Memories fade so fast like a chorus. Can't believe there won't be any more us. I tried all methods to make it work. I even took it to God, but the more I tried, the more repelling forces put us apart. This wasn't the path we agreed to walk. Then I realized I had been on this journey alone. You were just there waiting for the right time to be gone.
See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you, for you. See my hand for here. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you, for you.
Perplexed and depressed, I wonder, what have I done wrong? Yes, I admit we sometimes quarrel, even doves do pickle. But show me any true friendship without any misunderstanding. I'd show you a fairy tale that even Walt Disney won't produce as a classic. Now back to the statistic. I wish there was a magic fix or a magic wand or a genie or anything to make this pain go away. But alas, the pain in Dracula's voice, this is where I'm gonna stay. You wanted her, you're getting this. They say time heals all wounds, but this pain seems to last forever. I wish I never had to go through this. This is just me and my thoughts, hoping that it is not real. My heart is so hurt, seems like I'm forgotten yet. They say it may just be a blessing in disguise, and for me to become wise, all in my thoughts. But this pain I truly feel hurts. Truth sometimes hurts. Hurts always heal with time. Can't believe I am a fool again. But we are all fools to what we truly believe in thoughts. thoughts. Time seems to stand still, like mannequin devoid of thinking or expression. I'm wailing and yelling for help. No one seems to notice. I'm surrounded by people, yet I'm alone. I dial 911, but I'm placed on hold. I suffer from excruciating pain untold. This is crazy. But guess, it's what I deserve for misplaced priority.
See my hand. See my hand for yeah. No go let you go. I no go break. I no go break your heart. I wait for you. For yeah. See my hand. See my hand for yeah. I no go let you go. I no go break. I no go break your heart. I wait for you.
In retrospect, never flaunt what is not certified as yours. Because it is not the love that sustains the promise, but the promise that sustains the love. I'm lost in thoughts, who will rescue me? I am lost in thoughts. He said, come to me, because of you I went to the cross. No one will love you like me without a clause. So stop the thoughts. I always long for your heart. Come to me, and I will give you rest and end your thoughts. Not every loss is a loss. I love you. Never forget that. Let me feel your thoughts, 'cause for you everything, I paid the cost.
See my hand for yeah. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you for hero. See my hand for yeah. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I dey wait for you for hero. See my hand for yeah. I no go let you go. I no go break your heart. I wait for you for yeah.
Wow, that was so interesting. So Alex, the story talks about deep commitment. How do we young ones in relationship have to be able to manage commitments without losing yourself in giving so much in a relationship? So what would be your advice on how to manage commitments and still not losing yourself in relationships?
Okay, so great evening, everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us again on our listening party today for The Us Who Hurt. Super excited to be here. I'm here on the call, and Sage Foster, the producer for the album, is also here. Okay, so the question you asked, basically, it's important that if you truly, truly love, you would give your all, right? Whether it's reciprocated or not, you will give your all. You know, that's the model of love that Christ shows to us, right? That's the model that God shows to us in Christ, that he sent Christ to die for us, even if we will not accept him, right? So anyone who truly loves, there's no way you would not give your all, except you really don't love. If you truly love, you will give your all. You know, Shakespeare wrote about Romeo and Juliet, where Romeo had to die, both of them had to die, and all of those things. And we see Titanic and all of those things. The truth of the matter is this: real love gives all, right? Real love gives all. There's no part to say, okay, I'll give half-heartedness in it. That's not gonna work. Do you get? So whether it's then or now, if you truly love, you will give your all, except you really don't love. But if you truly love, you always give your all. So yeah, that's it.
All right, thank you. So relating to the aspect that if you truly love, you give your all. So there was a line in the story that talks about do not flaunt what's not certified as yours. I guess most of the time, people that are really in love get to go to the length of flaunting their relationship because yes, they want to give their all in relationships. So they would definitely want to show off the relationship and all of that. But it seems like the story wasn't profitable to that aspect of a partner flaunting a relationship that there was no guarantee that both of them were really into each other. So what's your advice to young people relating to the aspect of not flaunting their relationship? They are not so guaranteed that things are going to work out on the long run.
Well, Donald Trump was not satisfied as yours because it's not the love that sustains the promise, but the promise that sustains the love. That was the line in Thoughts, right? The truth of the
Yeah.
matter is this: if you love truly, you can't hide it. You just can't. Really, you just cannot hide it. You will flaunt it. Now, why I was saying never flaunt was not satisfied as yours is because in that piece, the person went all out and then it didn't come out as planned. For me as a person, I would rather give my all and then it fails than to not give my all and then it succeeds. Right? What in trying to advise the person in that piece was never flaunt was not satisfied as yours because it's not the love that sustains the promise, but the promise that sustains the love. Now, that was to say that if the person you are with at the time, if you've made promises to each other that, okay, we are going to be on this journey together, we are going to be on this path together, it's that promise that sustains the love, not necessarily the love that both of you have for each other. Because some people, they can fall out of love because of the promise they've made. That promise becomes the choice that now sustains the love that, okay, no matter what happens, we are going to be here. We are in this together, regardless of how I'm feeling right now or how I'll be feeling later, right? Because with the love, sometimes the feelings may fade, but the promise still has to be kept. The promise still has to be maintained, right? So that's the whole essence of don't flaunt it until certified as yours. But the truth of the matter is this: well, even the ones that certified as yours in marriage sometimes still get to divorce. But what I'm trying to express there was simple. Sometimes be careful how you put things out there because of the world we live in today. You may need to be able to protect your space, be able to keep it private, but not secret, right? So keep it private. So you and the person you are with understand that there's something going on, but it doesn't have to be out there on social media, on your status, on your wallpaper, on your screensaver. Let that promise be what holds you guys, not necessarily the show off. Because a lot of people want to do show off. You know, they say sometimes on social media, you need to show off so that you don't know whether somebody is already dating the other person. So when you show off like that, somebody can say, that's my guy now. But the truth of the matter is this: if you both have made promises to yourself, then you guys have to be faithful to yourself. So regardless of the show off, right? Regardless of the show off. So I don't need to be the person's wallpaper or the person's DP or the person's status. No. But we know the promise we've made to ourselves and we are keeping that promise. Because at the end of the day, from this particular person's point of view or POV, like you guys will say, he was flaunting everything and at the end, it led to this, right? Perhaps if you don't flaunt, it's easy to walk away when it goes south. Like, okay, at least nobody knew. But the truth of the matter is this: if you really love someone, you can't hide it. You can't hide love, except you really don't. If you truly love someone, you can't hide it. You have to express yourself. You have to let the person know. Yeah, you may not tell the whole world, but at least let the person you are with know that, yes, I'm committed to you. I made a promise to you, and I will keep that promise. So don't flaunt was not certified as yours. Why you say don't flaunt it? Because if the person has not made that promise to you yet, it's not yours yet. But if the person has made the promise, then you can say, okay, I can show off a bit, knowing that, okay, this person will honor their word, will honor their commitment. So yeah, that's about that.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was so enlightening. So this brings me to the point that a partner has showed commitment and to an extent flaunts his or her relationship, but yet it seems like there were repelling forces that pulls them apart, right? And no matter what this partner did, but it still felt like it wasn't making a meaning to the other persons. But I've come to understand that sometimes we want what we want, despite the evidences are glaring that this other person may not be into this relationship as you, but the heart wants what it wants, and we most times push further to get who we love. So in this situation now, that a person has showed deep commitment, flaunt this relationship and all of that, but yet there's no there's no give back from the person. What would be your advice to this person on how he or she is going to manage the situation so it doesn't get into a worst case scenario of regrets later on? So this question will be going to Efosa. I would really like to hear your opinion about this, please. Thank you.
Okay, so hi guys. Worst case scenario. There's no trick. There's no solution. There's no juju that you can do. I think one thing that I always say when it comes to relationship and giving your all and love is I say, or die and I die. If I perish, I perish. It's a risk. There's only one way you come out of it. Okay, there are two ways. It's either you perish or you don't perish, but either ways you will be fine. The thing is, when you're with somebody, there is no other option than to give your all. There's no other option. There's no other option than to go all in, right? But yes, you have to be mindful. The only trick I think that can work is I use a different method when I'm looking at relationships. So most people, you meet somebody, you do friendship, from friendship, you fall in love, you enter a relationship. I don't have that energy. I don't have that energy. So me, I meet you, we do talking stage, we now do friendship, we now do relationship. So the concept of it is that at the time when we are talking about relationship and love and all of that, we have not fallen in love. When we are checking each other, when we are looking out, oh, do you have what I want? Do I have what you want? We have not fallen in love. Our eyes are still clear. So in that case, if you tell me I want maybe 20 children and I only want one, I'm still thinking clear. I'm not so in love that I would just say, okay, let's go, right? So I think that's a way to protect yourself from not going too far or too deep. Just make sure that as much as possible, when you are making the introduction decisions, try as much as possible not to do it when you have already fallen deep in love. Because once you have entered that deep love, your eye no clear again. You can't forget all those I'm smart, all your brain, you lose it, right? So you don't really control that. The best you can do is pray for God to help you and to try as much as possible to spot and weed out as many unnecessary things as you can before you fall in love. But then once you don't fall deeply in love, Otilo, just whatever. Oh, sorry. Well, once you are falling deeply in love, that's it. Whatever happens then, or die and I die. But again, I mentioned, I was talking about, you fall deeply and all of that, but there's also something called set a standard that this is as far as I go. If you reach here, I have to stop, and have people that you are accountable to, that you listen to, that can tell you, Chairman, you have tried, it's time to, stop. So people will help pull you out. You can stop yourself at the beginning, but at the end of the day, all die and I die.
All right, thank you so much. I really, the part of accountability you spoke about, it really stood out for me, because some of the times we get so lost, and having people that would relate our relationships with, that trusted, that we could actually hear their opinion and heed to their opinion, it's really life-saving. So thank you so much for that. I guess the audience is learning a lot from this session. So moving forward, we'll be going on to the next track, Deceits.
Where you leave me, oh, CDC, now here I day. I don't learn my lesson, oh.
Deceit. Everyone laughed at the joke as they sat with their name on it.
CDC, now here I day, where you leave me, oh. CDC, now here I day, I don't learn my lesson, oh.
Deceit. Everyone laughed at the joke as they sat down enjoying their coke with their name on it. But his face had turned pale, and like Hulk, when the rage had subsided. How could this have happened? As he had all planned and arranged. Social media on standby to take it viral. Oh no, oh no. Vera was the only word he could mutter. You see, Vera had been his heartthrob since year one. Even when he hadn't approached her yet, from a distance, he loved her. Up close, he adored her. Yet, he never summoned the courage to woo her. By twist of fate, or should I say submitting her assignment late, their path crossed on the hallway was the beginning of what he felt would stay. Everything from then on revolved around her, Vera.
That was the beginning of a disastrous era. CDC, when I hear I did, where you leave me, oh. CDC, when I hear I did, when I don't learn my lesson, oh.
He was needy, Vera was needy, combining both quite a multitask. Yet, all he wanted was for her to pass. He encouraged her, brought out the best in her, and never got intimate with her, because he had future plans, entrusting it to God's hands. Her name he had engraved in stone, kept it on Mount Everest so his heart could be at rest. His, she wrote on sand by the seashore. That's the beauty of deceit, like abracadabra or deja vu. The victim never realizes he's a big fool. The more you look, the less you see. He saw a future, happily ever after. She saw a picture. After graduation, it is over. Deceit like a virus, deadlier than HIV or Ebola. Emotionally transmitted, feelings contracted, only known cure is forgiveness vaccine and moving on my sin. I wouldn't blame her, she was only 21. Her world was just beginning to blossom, and like a rose under the dew, she planned her eviction before his rent was due. So after their last paper, he got a text. Life has been great with you, but the world awaits. All the best. You were a great friend. Take care.
CDC, when I hear I did, where you leave me, oh. CDC, when I hear I did, when I don't learn my lesson, oh.
He thought it was a wrong number, or one of these network texts, but the number was saved as Vera Boo. Now left like that, oblivious of what to do. It dawned on him, like that awkward moment when you realize that rat defecated on the last Gary in the house. It dawned on him. You only know who you love. You don't know who loves you. Why he felt Vera was the one. Vera had abroad another someone. The gods are not to blame. Things do fall apart. They won't be half of the yellow sun. Poor Mazi Okike's son had just experienced the sting of deceit and the pang of neglect he can't reject. First hand, not from Delilah, but from Vera. So my advice is simple. Heartbreak never killed anyone, so love again, but be wise not to experience a second time. Deceit, because this is not just it. You may have been Spain or Brazil, but never let the pain kill your zeal. No regrets, just lessons learned.
CDC, when I hear I did, where you leave me, oh. CDC, when I hear I did, where I don't learn my lesson, oh. CDC, now here I did, where you leave me, oh. CDC, now here I did, I don't learn my lesson, oh. Oh, see, now here I did, whoa, where you leave me, oh. CDC, now here I did, I don't learn my lesson more. CDC, now here I did, where you leave me, oh. CDC, now here I did, I don't learn my lesson more.
Wow, that was so nice. So the story Deceit, was it a real life story? And what led to the story? This question is for you, Alex. We'd like to know.
Well, as a creative, you have to think of things and just imagine if this had happened to someone and all of that. So, yeah, you're just using your creative juice. Okay, so let's be real, because we say we're going to talk about the real story behind every
I be one
track.
drag you now. I be one drag you. I was just about to hold you and drag you. I was waiting. Please go on.
Oh my God. Okay, so I run out of power. Let me go and turn on the gen. So it was a hanging for me here. Let me turn on the gen.
Okay, sure. While we wait for him, I'll just use the opportunity to say a couple things about the poem. So deceit, when we look at this, if you listen to the story, of course everybody will say, oh, it's creative juice or not creative juice. Well, if you listen to that story, there's no way you are doing creative juice with that kind of story. There's a lot that you hear from the story. You know that whether or not it was made up or not, you hear a lot that you can relate to, and so that's what makes it real. So there's two conversations. So I'm going to wait for him to come back and tell us the truth, because I want him to say it with his mouth, not my mouth to go from here. But what you notice from the story is what makes a story real is not just about whether it really happened to me or not. It's about whether or not I can connect to it. So if you tell a story that is personal to me or is personal to someone, even though you made it up. For example, if I tell a story about fuel price in Nigeria, standing in maybe queue to buy fuel, and then from there it led to fight and all of that, a lot of people can relate. So whether or not it's like a true story or is not a true story, the fact that it is relatable, I can guarantee that to many people it will be real. So what you notice in the story of Deceit is there's a rich story of a guy and a girl. The guy, let me put it in the way it is now. The guy thought that this is my wife, and he was doing everything that husband material is supposed to do. And this is why we always say that when you people are dating or you people are doing friendship, you should not be doing husband or wife material. That's not your wife. That's not your husband. Why are you going to his house to clean? Why are you going to his house to cook? What are you doing there? What are you doing? What are you cooking in the man's house? Is he your husband? So the guy was. So let me quickly just round up so he can come up. The guy was already in the zone of this is mine, and he was living it in his reality. So his imagination of this is mine, he was already present living it. And then the girl on the other hand, she had her own plans. Now, like we said, the creator, we're calling it a deceit because the main reason is because if you listen to it properly, there was no part of the story where she made it beyond clear as at that time that I'm not interested. Like, I'm not really interested. It was at the end. So if you follow the story carefully, it was at the end that she was now saying, I'm not with you. You're on your own. You have been on your own all this while. So it's a very relatable thing, because a lot of people, you people are not even in love. You have already bought wedding dress. You are planning it. You have everything already. And so it's always important to get clarification. Like, what are we doing here? Who are we? What are we? That what are we question? Ask it. And be as clear as possible. So I'm going to let Alex talk about whether the story is real or whether it's not real. He will tell us the truth now. And when you are saying include thoughts, because we already talked about thoughts, so include thoughts. Are they all real? Tell us. They say I should drag you. So, yeah, so I'm here. I will drag.
The only thing we can drag here, generator. We'll drag generator. Don't drag me. Okay, so back to the like I said, being a creative, you get to just pen down thoughts and all of that. So, okay, so the story actually begins with thoughts, and the whole thing that happened in thoughts led to the feeling of deceit. Like, okay, so if you knew that this wasn't going to be what the person was expecting, why don't you just say from the get-go? And the person involved should have felt, okay, why were you still insisting, knowing that this person was not going to follow through on their promise, because this is all about the promise. So if we want to probably put this thing in perspective, thought was a result of promise that was broken, right? And then from that thought, he felt like, I have been deceived, knowing that, okay, you already know that this was not going to lead anywhere. Like Sage was saying, you knew that this was not going to lead anywhere, but you were accepting all the attention, accepting all the gifts, accepting all the love, knowing that this was going to not lead anywhere for you. So that's what the person felt like. This was all deceit, because if you knew you weren't going to be interested in this, you should have just said from the get-go, so at least nobody bothers themselves, so the person moves on. But then again, the person involved also felt like, if I keep pushing, if I keep trying, perhaps, like we said earlier, give your all. So the person felt, okay, if I give my all, perhaps this person may have a rethink. But like we said in a line in the deceit, you only know who you love. You don't know who loves you, right? So the person felt, I love this person, so I'm doing everything for this person. I'm going all in for this person. But the person on the other end perhaps did not see the person who's loving the way the person is loving. So yeah, that's what made the whole thing come off that way. If it was a true story, by the way, let me drop this in. This piece was originally written in 2014, right? It wasn't edited or anything or rewritten again in 2026. It was the original piece in 2014 that we just added the chorus to become what we hear today, right? So yes, at that time, it was a true story. Yes, it was a true story. It actually did happen.
You had to add disclaimer.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that. So there was a line that made mention of love again. Yes, though it hurts, but love again, but be wise for it not to repeat itself again. So what, relating to the story that you just made mention of, what part of the situation strikes that thought? I would like you to share with us.
Well, I think Efosa has to start off this question because Efosa wrote the chorus. By the way, shout out to Efosa Sage. Efosa wrote all the chorus for all the pieces, right? So he had to sit down and he wrote all the chorus recently. So those chorus were not in 2014. They were 2025, 2026, right? So they were recent choruses that he put on the piece. But then he had to get into the mind of what was this piece trying to communicate, and then to be able to pen down those amazing chorus that you hear on the piece. So shout out to Efosa for that. Now, back to your question, to love again, right? The truth of the matter is this: no matter how much you experience heartbreak, you must heal and love again. You cannot say because someone has hurt you, you live your life on that hurt till you die and say, okay, I'll never love again. Just for the fact that one did not work out doesn't mean something else won't work out, right? Because sometimes the person you may have felt would have been your soulmate and it didn't work out. You probably find another person who's your soulmate. There is nowhere in scripture that is said that there's one particular person that is designed for you, that if you miss that person in life, you have missed it forever, right? So sometimes the people we may have wanted may not be people that will end up with, right? But then you still need to move on with life. So that's why I said, no matter what has been, love again. But this time, be wise as you love again, knowing that you don't experience the pang of deceit a second time. But the truth still remains, like I said, in thoughts, we are all fools for what we truly believe. Sometimes you get to make the same mistake again. You cannot predict this thing called love. Literally, you cannot predict it. You can make the same mistake again, thinking that, okay, you've gotten it right. Then when that one ends, you're not like, chai, again. Yes, it happens, right? Because you are in love. So that's why Efosa had said something when we were having this conversation behind the scene yesterday. And he said sometimes you need to have checked out everything before you start falling in love. Because once you fall in love, a lot of things get blurred. You don't look at some things anymore. You just move on because now you're in love, right? So at that point, you're not the one who have created deceit for yourself, because this time you are choosing not to see the things that you would have seen if you had not fallen in love already. Yeah, Fosa is here.
Oh, okay. I've been here since. Sorry. Okay, so yeah. I one of the things I had to do when writing all these choruses. When you wrote these poems, I remember I was there. I was. Thank you very much, Chris. With this a great, okay, a great guest. Yeah. So thank you very much. I take that with great joy. So when you wrote these poems, I mean, I was in. We knew each other, of course, family, all of that, don't they? But as much as they were beautiful poems to me, they were most of all creative works, like an art created by an artist itself. And the reason that, so I'm going to try to explain what I mean by that. As at that time, I think I was still in school. I've had like one or two, I wouldn't call those relationships, but one or two those things that people do when they are in school that you people are following, gisting. You people be hanging out and gisting in the night and just talking about all kinds of things. I mean, foundations, that's where it all starts. But I could not relate. You see, relatability is the biggest way to get somebody to understand anything. As much as you can, you see a lot of things you study in school, you hear a lot of people say, it is when it happens to you that, like they say, if you listen, when you are happy, you listen to songs and you just enjoy it. When you are sad, you hear the lyrics, you feel it, right? So it's a good thing that it's now that I'm able to write the chorus, because if I had done it then, it would have been shallow. And the reason is because I had not felt what the writer felt when he was writing it. Now my eyes have seen, my ears have heard. All right, everything, every part of me has felt things. So as you get older, your eye, that's why as you get older, you become wiser. So it's not even wisdom by choice. I did not learn anything this is not by learning, this is by shege. All right, so you experience some things. And so what I did was, when I listened to the poem, I could relate to a part of my life that this story was about. So when you say, oh, thoughts, you're talking about, oh, somebody who left you just like that and all of that, I can relate. When you're talking about deceit, where you love like with everything you have and then they're just using you for their own game, I can relate. I can just look back at different stories, different experiences. So it was easy for me to pull out, something for it. And like Alex was saying earlier, that there is no design that says there's one person for each person. And even before I studied my Bible long enough to know, one of the first things I first learned about God is my loving father. He's like my daddy. Whatever my father can do, he can do it like a billion times. So that is one thing that guides me. A person who loves me will not design me such that I only have one choice. And it's the biggest way to look at it is, even with something as great as accepting God as your Lord and personal Savior, as something good for you, which is going to heaven, good for you, it's still not by force. He has the power to design you in such a way that you will only know about heaven. I mean, there will be no conversation like we will all be good, but he designed us such that we have that choice. And so this is now the same thing. The same way you look at everything. So there's no one person for anybody. If one no work, clean up, dust up, learn from it, another one can work again. So God designed it that there are many options for you. You pick the one. Of course, there might be one that will be way better for you, but you dust yourself, heal. You must heal first. Heal, don't jump into another one. So let me repeat this one. Heal first, heal. So after they wound you, you heal, recover, and then you start up again. Go again and again. They wound you, you heal, you recover, you go. Because, so I'll close this question with this. Because the concept of love is in itself is want to share life with, having someone to do life with. Forget all these plenty hard guy, hard girl way people they do outside, right? The concept of it all is very, very beautiful, such that I think I cut out a little bit. So yeah, the concept of love is very beautiful, such that you have to, you cannot really do life without it. Life is always better when you have somebody with you. I don't know if I'm still live. Are we still together? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah, we can hear you.
sorry, I think my network cut out. Okay, so yeah, so the concept of love at the end of the day is so beautiful that you should have it. It's necessary for you to have it. So you have to keep fighting to get it, even if it means going through 10,000 frogs. Find that your princess, find that your prince. And so if they wound you, heal, recover, go again. You keep going till you get, what it is. Like, relationship is supposed to be built, not just to be found. And so you are supposed to find somebody and build something with that person, not just that, you just find somebody and everything is just perfect once. In fact, run from all those perfect, super perfect things, because you don't know what it is you're about to enter. So as that's already built, you don't know how they build the foundation. If earthquake happen now, you don't know what's in the foundation. You don't know. But when you build it yourself, you know how your house is built, you know where it's safe, you know what corner is dangerous and all of that. So let me close with that so I don't keep us too long. But yes.
Thank you so much, Sage. So in essence, your experience and your exposure matched with your creative mind in producing that chorus. That was a great one. So next on the line, we have the track 3 titled Broken.
You they fix them, say you no go run. Even if them break me to pieces, oh, them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. So fix me where them break, fix me where them break. Them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. Even if them break me to pieces, so them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. So fix me where them break.
I remember as a boy, back in children's class, we were taught to be good and to always read our book so we don't come out last. I memorized memory verses, but knew them in my head devoid of practice. Hence, I didn't know what life is, neither was I prepared for its test. With all I've come to know, being a man is not about having balls or testes. You have to be able to fix things when they're broken. When things don't work out, you work it out, not walk out. At different stages, you feel broken. Hurts from feelings unspoken. Rejection from friends who did promise never to leave you with oath taken. Friendship wrecked your ship. Wolves dressed up as sheep. Now you lose sleep. Cause your heart been pierced with 1,000 knives. Not by Alibaba and the 40 thieves, but from the one you thought would be wife and complete your life. Now you realize the truth. All alone, you have mistaken.
Say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. Even if them break me to pieces, oh, them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. So fix me where.
Things do fall apart, especially when heading the right path. Cause whatever comes easy and fast doesn't really last. So now you feel alone, broken and outcast. Ever wondered why you feel so much despair? It can be traced back to your fears. You got blinded, even with 20/20 vision clear. Worse, it happened even when least prepared. One consolation about being broken. You shattered in pieces that can be used to make a masterpiece. If only you let him have his place. He was pierced, beaten, wounded and broken. All ever token, unconditional love and grace unspoken to make you whole again, even if you were broken.
Say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. Even if them break me to pieces, oh, them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. So fix me where them break.
You never really can fix you when you are broken. First aids can never be a panacea. All you need to say, Lord, fix me. I know I'm broken. And your life like a broken toy, He fixes. Not with paper, tape or glue, but you, He makes brand new. And your story become like fairy tale. Used, abused, abandoned, rejected and still now pieced together to make a masterpiece. Your brokenness now reflects His awesomeness. You are broken, but never again, cause you are His chosen. Romans the 8th chapter, the 28th verse. The power of his secret is in its secrecy. So I boast in my weakness and brokenness, because I'm no longer broken, but healed and whole in Jesus. And now I realize anything not founded in Jesus will surely be broken.
Them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. Even if them break me to pieces, so them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. So fix me where them break. Them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. Even if them break me to pieces, so them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. So fix me where them break. Them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. Even if them break me to pieces, oh, them say now you they fix. Them say you no go run. So fix me where them break.
Ibia, your mic is muted.
Yeah, I just noticed. I was saying this has been an interesting ride so far. And then before I proceed, for our audience, if you have any questions, do well to drop it in the comments and we'll do well to attend to it. And moving forward, I actually have a special affinity to this song, right? It talks about being a man is not just about balls or testes. And I feel that there's so much pressure. The society puts so much pressure to men in the sense that not allowing them to express their emotions when it comes to, for example, the matters of the heart. And there are a lot of men that are really broken behind the smiles we see. So I would really want you, Alex, to give us a detailed thoughts on the this song and what you had in mind writing the song and the whole story about it. I really want to know, related to a man does not just need to, it's not about the balls and testes, right? So we really want to know about the song more. Thank you.
Okay, so Seja Foster, come back here. You wrote this chorus.
Okay, so all right. So the chorus. I think I mentioned before that one of the things I do, if you listen to any of my projects, any of my music, one of the things I do, I don't just like write rhymes or something that would just sound good. I focus on digging deep. What am I trying to express? What do I want you to hear? Now, this project, when I listen to this poem, the whole thing is about the God who fixes or who mends broken.
Okay, I think we lost Efosa there. He will come back so that we can continue. Okay, so the part you were asking before Efosa comes back was about being a man, not about having balls or testes. It was about being able to fix things when they are broken, right? One of the lines I said in Broken is, when things don't work out, you work it out and not walk out, right? I'll explain that more. Let Efosa continue.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I think the network is after my life, but we'll prevail. Okay, so I was saying that. So I think about what am I trying to get you to hear, and so the poem was about going back to the God who fixes. Now, if you've noticed something, now this is one thing that you notice when they've broken somebody's heart. Once you see somebody in church, now all of a sudden they become very serious. They carry church for it. There's that increase in their love of God. They start working in like 3-4 departments at the same time. They attend different meetings. They are praying a different kind of tongues. Those tongues that just show so much love of God. Like once they are praying, once they say, let's thank God for life, they are crying already. They're already there. Somebody have chop heartbreak. That's one way to know breakfast, because you see, when the art is damaged, the best person to repair it is the artist, right? As much as there are people who restore art, that person who created it is the best person to restore it. Why? Because they know what they created. They know what to do to fix it. They know what to repaint, what to correct. So it is a natural design that whenever we are in trouble, our natural default setting is to run back to God. We don't even control it. It's the reason why maybe you are on a plane or a bus and there is a danger or something, and you will hear people that are not Christians, people that this person, you know that this person does not believe in God, they are shouting Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus. Why? Because it is a default setting from the design, such that whenever we are broken, we are hurt, we are damaged, our natural instinct is to run back to the designer, right? So this is what the whole broken piece is about. Like, this is the person who can fix you. This is the person who you run back to. So when I was thinking about it, the chorus that came to me is, of course, now you the fix. If I'm broken, if anything happens to me, it's not my friends that can really help me. The best person to help me is God. Yeah, friends can help, family can help, people can help, and you should have people, friends, family that can help you through these things. But God is the best person to run to. So I sang from the perspective of a broken person. So you see, some of the songs I'm singing from the perspective of the God. Some of them I'm singing in general, but for this one, I sang from the perspective of the broken person, the hurt person, going back to God and saying, I've entered problem. Please come and help me. All right. Eroi, that's basically it. Come, I'm here. All right, come and help me. I'm hurt, I'm broken. They have done me bad thing. Whether the relationship that broke me was a godly relationship or not, I'm still here. Come. Because I think a lot of times people continue to suffer hurt and heartbreak because they don't want to run to God. Why? Because they are worried about the kind of things they did that got them in trouble. Right? One of my songs says, I don't carry my two hands, go make mistake. I don't carry my two legs, go enter trouble. All right, but God help me. God help me. So it's okay that you are the one that made the mistake. It's okay that the relationship that you entered, I mean, you shouldn't do that, but we're talking about the past. It's okay that your past relationship was not a godly relationship. It's okay that you did bad things there. If you are hurt, if you are broken, come home. Come home. He's ready to fix you. So that's the whole concept of the chorus.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to add to that before you ask your question, Broken was still an offshoot of Thought. So Thought was the original piece, 2014, when everything happened. And then from Thought, we got to Deceit. So looking at Thought from one perspective, we felt it was deceit. Now, looking at it again, what had happened, I had felt broken, right? Because like the real story 2014, I felt broken, like, why would this whole thing happen? Why would this whole thing happen? Then I realized that I can't fix me. I have to run back to God for him to do the fixing, like I was trying to explain. And it happens in every relationship that you probably have encountered people have. When they break up, that's when they get closer to God so that God can fix them, mend the broken heart. There's balm in Gilead, so God will mend them, and then they went that street again. So that's where that chorus came from. Now you they fix, we not go run, even if they break me to pieces and all of that. So, and the other part I said I was going to mention was when things don't work out, you work it out and not work out, right? So at that point, sometimes people just decide that they are walking away, right? Before you actually should work, you at least try to work things out. People are too quick to, because I think a lot of people feel like there are many better options if they walk away. Right? You know, I used to say this jokingly that a bird in hand is a very bird, not in the bush. Now, when you reach bush, you're realizing not in the bush. Do you get? So it's better you fix what you have and make it work than thinking, oh, it's just like they say, the grass is greener on the other side. But the grass is actually green where you water it, or sometimes the greener grass now Photoshop, right? Now AI. So don't be quick to say, okay, I'm moving away. Try to fix it so that even if it does not work, you can look back and say, okay, I did my best. You will never have the option to say, okay, if I had tried, what if I had tried. You know that, yes, I did my best beyond all reasonable doubt. It didn't work. So now you have to go back to God to fix you, right? So that you can now be able to love. And see, even with the fixing, it's so that you cannot go and love again. Because you still go out there and love again. Because it really doesn't end with you right now. You still go out there and love again until you know that, okay, you finally found the one, in quotes, which is actually not the one, is the one that you found that you make the one, right? Because there's no Mr. Right anywhere. It's the one you find, you bring from left, put in right. It's not right. So when you're broken, last, you go back to God. God will fix you and then send you out again to go and try again. Do you understand? Because there's nobody literally that God has said, that's your wife. You know, the Winlows did a skit back in the day. God told me that you'll be my wife, you know. And when the girl told him what she had gone through, he disappeared. You understand? So you have to make things work regardless if you've been broken. Because I think for some people who are listening to this, the truth of the matter is this whole project, there's nobody who would not relate in one way or another. Either it's thoughts, either it's deceit, either it's broken. Somehow, if you have done life as you should do life, you may have gone through one of these three that we have mentioned right now. And you also see that some of the things we are saying is still the same thing you have to do. You have to go back to God and say, God, I don't mess up. I mean, be this like the prodigal son, you return back home to say, okay, I messed up. I did what I should not do, but I'm sorry and all of that. And God will still clean you up and bring you back. And then you still carry yourself and go outside again. Right? So yeah, that's about it.
Quickly, let me, I just want to add something from what you were saying. So you mentioned, the prodigal son, and so those, the prodigal son, and as you were saying it, I just got something that I think we should also add. So you look at the story of the prodigal son, you look at the story of the lost sheep. Now, he left the 99. By the way, there's this thing that people always say, if God is always leaving the 99 to go and look for you, how far, try calm down. So anyway, so he left the 99 to look for the one. Now, when he found the one, what did he do? He brought the one back to the place where the 99 were. So God coming to fix you doesn't mean it will put you in a different place. You are coming back to where you got lost from. You're coming back to that same place. You're coming back to finding that love. That's like a proof that after you have been found, after you have been fixed, after you have repaired, you have to still go and continue because this thing is important. It's good for you. All right. Another way to even look at it again is that the prodigal son, when he finally had the courage to come back, what happened? The father carried everything again and said, okay, take ring again, wear the garment again, basically giving him freedom to become prodigal again. So when he came back, he gave him access to everything left. That is another opportunity to become prodigal again. Now, we hope that it's not prodigal. If not, the person will use flogger, but normal. All right. What we are trying to say there is that when you are fixed, because a lot of people, why I said I wanted to add this is a lot of people, when they get hurt, they hold that hurt. Even when they have healed, they hold that hurt and continue to hold it such that they cannot really move on. You have healed though, but you start seeing every relationship, every future entanglement in the light of that pain. Yes, that person hurt you. Yes, that person cheated on you, but it doesn't mean this next person will do the same thing. So it's not just about, oh, God has fixed you. You have to say, okay, you have to put yourself back in that position to whether get hurt and whatnot again. That's basically what love is. So yeah, when you have healed, you go back. And if you don't believe our own, believe the Bible own that when the prodigal son came back, they gave him access to become prodigal again. That's like proof for you. So yes.
Yeah, thank you. So in summary, God is the healer of the broken-hearted. So Stage, please do not blackmail us. We always run to God. Do not blackmail us, please. Thank you. So next on the line, we are going to be riding on Chi Left.
She don't come out though. Waka waka jube. She don't leave me for you. Waka waka jube. She don't come out though. Waka waka jube. She don't leave me for you.
An angel she was, Eyes glittering like sapphire and diamonds combined. Skin radiant like butter melting on the sun. Slick like the iPhone 6 Plus. Beauty of 10 Arabian princesses combined. This wasn't a motion picture. My emotion, she pictured. Words will fail me to capture her true nature. The voice of Beyonce and Alicia Keys. She wasn't an architect, but she built castles in my head. No wonder my heart was locked, and she held the key. She wasn't a foreigner from distant land, but from one of the states in Nigeria, my own fatherland. The moment we once shared, now written on beach sand. This is not a love story, so it won't fit seamlessly like Romeo and Juliet, but like a substitute playing a cameo. So she was in, and before I knew, she was gone. They said we were like Bonnie and Clyde, so my feelings so obvious I couldn't hide. I dropped my ego and pride. I never knew she wasn't enjoying the ride. Yes, we did had our scribble, like playing Scrabble. I thought I could spell, but now I realized I was under her spell. Like a monkey loved banana, I could have swore she loved me. I never knew she wanted more, and before the season was over, like gunners, she was gone. I thought I was right. Perfect and prince in shining armor. Maybe to me I was, but to her, I was just another fool wrapped in aluminium foil. And after all my toy, she left.
She don't come out, she don't leave me for here. She don't come out, she don't leave me for here.
I felt sad. Poetry flowed like I was running mad. Thoughts broken, if they could mend or tend. But I found out it wasn't happening to me alone. It seemed to be the trend in town. We were all taken for clowns. Our crowns we held in hand, knees resting on quicksand. A friend once said, in life, never be sad if someone leaves you for another, cause it's always difficult and it's not your fault. And it's like taking a comma through the eye of a needle to convince a monkey that strawberry is sweeter than banana. I may be sad now, but not every loss is a loss, and I will never forget that. She left. It only helped me to become better. I never became bitter. I took her as alpha, she saw me as omega. No wonder things went south and gaga. In retrospect, she didn't leave. It became clear that I was being deceived. So I woke up from this foolhardy and put an end to the comedy. I left. She left. Time would tell who went right, and who she will be meeting next will be better than where she left. Cause not all that glitter is gold. Some are gel, but every girl know where her heart truly lies, irrespective of the lies. Sorrow and pain I felt, but then comes tomorrow and its gain. I'm better now, thank God she left.
Waka waka jube, ooh, she don't come out. Waka waka jube, ooh, she don't leave me for here. Waka waka jube, ooh, she don't come out. Waka waka jube, ooh, she don't leave me for here.
Now I'm above looking down instead of underneath looking up. Cause after she left, I and God truly met. Now I'm chasing my dream and passion, no longer on a mission for her. She thought I would jump off the cliff, but I became a cliffhanger. With drive and hunger to do the impossible, cause I am possible. Eureka, I remember, cause I was told to always follow where Miss Amaka led. But when she left, it occurred to me all this while I was misled. It was all about her, and she was all about hers. And I'm no more looking out of the window to see if she will come back. She's gone forever, though she's not even dead yet. So no more regrets. Like a CD I couldn't eject, but in my neglect, he found me after I lost her, and assured me he will never leave me, though she left. Hebrews, the 11th chapter, the 5th verse. Once a fool, now a master's tool. She left. But the best form of vengeance for any grievance is to forgive her. She left, and it's for the best.
Waka waka jube. Ooh. She don't come out to waka waka jube. Ooh. She don't leave me for yeah. Waka waka jube. Ooh. She don't come out to waka waka jube. Ooh. She don't leave me for yeah. Waka waka jube.
So personally, for this story, I feel there's a two side to it, right? Yes, there are some. According to the story, it paints a picture of a lady who was just all for herself, some level of self-centeredness. And yeah, based on what's going on in the society right now, there are ladies that are actually very self-centered. But I also feel that some of the times there are some ladies that want more for themselves, right? Due to their experience, their exposure, and they just do feel like, okay, I want more. This is not what I want. And then, like Sage made mention earlier, that some persons do not want to build; they already want an established level of certainty, right? Personally, I feel like I am building myself to a certain point of level, and you, on the other way around, should build yourself to some certain point of level, and we'll meet at the top. So somehow, I feel yes, there are ladies that are self-centered and they just want all for themselves, but there are some ladies that they might feel like they want more from themselves, and they do not have the will I call it the capacity or the leverage to start struggling with someone as the beginning point, but instead they want to build themselves and let us meet at that point. So now going back to Alex, I would really want you to dwell more on this story and the outcome of the scenario and your thoughts relating to why you wrote this story. Thank you.
Well, she left. That's why she left. Now, still going through the whole process, right? Started out with thoughts, right? The whole thing that happened made me write thoughts. And then out of thoughts, it looked like it was deceit. So we wrote deceit. And then from deceit, we felt broken. And then from broken, we realized that there's no coming back. She's gone, right? She left. So and in the story, we use Vera and Mazi Okeke's son, right? To express the characters in the story. So Mazi Okeke's son is finally coming to terms that she's gone. You know, there's some things that happen to you and you feel like, okay, it may still come, the person may still come back, things may still happen. You still have this false kind of hope, like, okay, it may just still work. Just that probably the person needs time and all of that. She left was the realization that it's all over. She's not coming back. Right? She has waka, she has gone. So she left was the part of the series to say, okay, there's no coming back on this one. It's all over. Do you get? Because as I thought, you have felt, okay, I wish she would come back. Even though he was having those thoughts that, okay, it's all over, but he still had the mind that, oh, perhaps, you know, some people have been in relationships where they break up, and then they feel like, okay, after a while, they may come back. And sometimes they do come back. And after that, they still break up again. Do you understand? So relationship thing, there's no manual to it. Do you get? So Mazi Okeke's son was at that point where he felt, okay, she may come back, right? Probably he didn't handle it properly. Probably she has gone to realize that there's no greener pastures anywhere, so she's coming back. But by the time he got to she left, he had realized that there's no coming back. She's gone and she's gone. And there's a part in the line in she left where he said, she's gone, but she's not even dead yet, but she's gone. That is to say, okay, she can never come back. No matter what it is. She has moved on. So he has to now move on. Do you get? So she left us at the point of the final realization that this thing is over. There's nothing he can do about it. And you know, This is not only just for people in relationship because it didn't work out. There are lots of relationships that genotype has ruined, right? Someone who's AS and the person they are dating is AS. And they probably have started out and they felt, okay, somehow it will work down the line. And then both of them now come to the realization that this would not still work. Yes, there's science discovery now that can be able to fix things. But back then, you would realize that you falling in love and staying in love with the person who is AS with you is going to have implication on the kids you will have, not just yourself. So anytime you see those kids, you're going to always regret this decision you're having now. That's why some people, in fact, I put it out as a tweet a while back that AS has broken more relationships than any other thing. People who are AS has broken more relationships than any other relationship issues. Do you get? Because at that point, it's never going to work. But now there's more science updates and discovery that, okay, they can find a way around it now. But back then, it wasn't like that. So she left. Basically, it was about coming to terms. That's all over. She's gone, and nothing can be done about it. So that's why I said, she don't leave me for here. Waka waka dugbe. She wants to go and check what's outside. She has gone. Do you get? So we just realized that she has gone. So yeah. Somebody said I had a similar situation. I broke up 5 times and came back 4 times. You see?
Wow. Yeah, so over to you, Efosa. Do you have any contributions on this?
It's true that sometimes you sit back and look at your life and you look at what you are involved in and you say, okay, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be doing this. And the only appropriate course of action, would be to leave, especially, when you're not married yet, you have the option to leave. So this is something I think everybody should keep in their mind. Even the marriage is not do or die. At every point in time, you have the option to leave. If it's not working, you have the option to leave. The difference between relationship and marriage is that, of course, I'm not married, so I don't know. But according to what we've read and what we've heard from people that are teaching us about it, one of the big differences, you fight a lot harder when you're married. You should fight a lot harder when you're married. But when you're in a relationship, yes, you fight as best as you can, but it's easier to leave because the consequences are not as great as when you're married. But again, there are times where it is needed, especially, like the one that I really approve of well is abuse, that one, run. But then again, if we go back to the reality of things, when I said earlier that you need to first know who you are, know what you're looking for in life, and also do friendship and talking stage before you fall in love and find out, like, be deliberate. Oh, I like you. I want to date you. I've not fallen in love, but I want us to talk, to figure things out. What do you want? What do I want? Many of those things are subject to change. All right. Many of these are subject to change, but you have to figure this out before you enter into it. All right. Now, this whole piece is, if you follow the whole project, the whole project is the story of one person who faced physical, emotional hurts, right, from relationship, from love, and how it all leads back to God. Now, when we talk about relationship, a lot of times people really don't involve God in the matter because people's idea is that it's not spiritual enough. If you've read Purpose Driven Life, you would see that God is interested in every aspect of your life, whether it's your love, every detail, everything, even down to the color of the shoe that you wear, the shirt that you want to wear to work today, everything. Because like I mentioned earlier, you are God's art piece. As much as, you are his father, you are his love, he made you. When you create something, I think one thing that would happen, like lately I've been building, now that I'm making music myself, there is a personal feeling. I will tell you something about the finally when we get there, but I don't want to spoil it yet. So there's a personal feeling of love and dedication and ownership that you have to something that you've made. And so I'm trying to answer the question about the Bible in all of this. God is involved in all of your life, every aspect of your life, from who you love, from whether you got hurt, what you learn from the relationship, getting healed, all of that, your everyday, day-to-day life. God is involved in everything. God wants to be part of it. Even if you are not letting him, he's there, he's ready, he's waiting. He's waiting. You know that I've already seen that you're going to get hurt. So he's just there, gingering. Oh yeah, collect the heartbreak. Let me come and help you. I'm here. He's ready. He's ready. So this is something that you have to always have in your mind. So the whole piece is a story of somebody who got broken all through the whole experience, whether it's because she left, whether it's because he loved the wrong person, whatever the reason was. The whole concept is when you are hurt, when you are in pain, God is there for you. And like in the chorus of Broken, we talk about how God will not run from you. I like that. You see, this God will not run from you. If you listen to a lot of my works, you will see that line is inside, because it was a personal revelation for me. So I put it in a lot of my projects, because God, there are some things that you as a human being, you will hear that somebody is going through, you will go offline for a while. There are some things somebody will tell you that they have done. Just imagine it now, that somebody, your friend, confessed to you that is a kidnapper, or is a terrorist, or is a rapist, and all of that. And when you look at it, when you look at something like that, you see that once you hear certain things, you as a fellow human being, you want to run. But God will not want to run. All right. So again, let me quickly, before I move on, about the conversation about you can walk away from marriage. There are people who believe that marriage is, you can never walk away from marriage, or let's be careful with it. And while it is true that, yes, we don't have to just walk away and go and leave any little stress, that's not what, we have never insinuated that throughout this whole session. We have been talking about fighting for what you love. Fight. If it means kissing 1,000 frogs to find your prince, figuratively, fight, push, go as far as you need to go. But nothing is worth your life. So I gave one example, and that example was abuse. Take, for example, you are married to somebody. This guy is beating you, pounding you. This woman is pounding you, beating you, and all. Run. If you see, the Holy Spirit will be very, very happy with you. You cannot argue that one with my life, because God designed my life for a purpose. And somebody killing me is not God's purpose. It's not that, I should go and die inside. So while we say, yes, don't run away, we are talking about people that, they are not feeling the love anymore. I want to divorce. They see somebody that they like. The truth, you will always see people that you like more than whoever you are with. That's the reality of things. The beautiful ones are not yet born. Whatever it is that is your spec, you will see a spec of your spec. So in all of those, you people are quarreling, you people are having issues, you can fight, you can solve, you can build, you can push for those things. But there are certain things that once you see it, and yeah, so I know that many of these generations can exaggerate things, but we need to keep telling them, because a lot of people, as easy as you think it sounds, a lot of young people, my age, our parents, they don't know that there are situations where it is okay for you to run. Many married people are suffering, they are being beaten. We are talking about, now I'm using one example of physical abuse, assault, where your life is in danger. You are pregnant, somebody is beating you and kicking your stomach, your pregnant stomach, and you are saying that you should not run. Run. Your life is designed for a purpose. Being killed by someone in the name of marriage is not God's purpose. And I'll just say this before I quickly round up this question that they asked me. So at one time, Pastor Emmanuel Irian was preaching, and he was giving an example. He was saying that it is very foolish for you, somebody comes to you and say your money or your life, or your phone or your life, and you start fighting with the person, somebody that have gone. You are basically saying that the life that God created, that God gave you, is not as important as that phone. You are basically saying that God's design is not as important as marriage. That marriage is more important than that. And that's not true. So yes, fight, push. If somebody points gun at you, don't fight, give them the phone. Life goes on. But for marriage, fight, push, fight as much as you can fight. But you must have, that's why I said, have people you are accountable to. Don't die in silence. Have people that you tell, they are beating me. So maybe once or twice they might try to separate. But me, if they tell me that you are beating a woman, I'm just going to carry you to police station. Let them show you what it means to fight and to be beaten. Whether you are my sister or anybody, if I'm a pastor, straight up, they come and report that they beat, and it's true that they really beat. You just go to police station and spend some days, some weeks, so just vacation in the prison, so you just know some things, right? But people should not run away in the slightest. And the project, if you follow the project, from thoughts, we move from thought to deceit. From deceit, we move to broken. And from broken, we move to she left. At this she left, is now that he's realizing that this thing really don't spoil. So this person has been fighting from thoughts, fighting from deceit, fighting down to even when he was broken, God is trying to help him. Let me heal you. He's still having hope. That is the evidence that this project is not really telling anybody, run away when it gets hard. This project says fight. And she left is us painting a picture of she living like that is not a good thing. All right. So the chorus itself says waka waka jube. So I didn't want to go too deep on that. It's basically an old school thing that our parents used to say. You're always moving around. You don't stay in one place. You're always jumping from place to place. And so the concept of the chorus is me calling this person a waka waka jube. When they call you that thing growing up for, back then, I don't think they say it anymore. It's not a good thing. It's not a compliment. It means that you don't stay in one place, that you're always moving around. Is not a compliment. It's basically a bad comment on you. So we're basically saying that the fact that she just left like that without putting in the work, without putting in as much effort, is not a good thing. Basically, we are telling people, don't just walk away, build. Like a statement that I think Mr. Alex already commented is that many people want something that is already built. You don't just something that is already built. So you don't just get something that is already built. You build. You come and you build. And that building relationship is meant to be built, not just found. So you have to build. And that means holding on, pushing. But your life is more important. So you must know where the elasticity ends. All right. So we have answered the question of the Bible in all of it. And the answer to it is that God is interested in everything about your life. And God wants you to come back home when you are hurt, when you are damaged. Now, of course, it's a poem. So there must be creative exploration inside. So we will not just write it, God says, come back home. No, we have to put rhymes. We have to put the story to make it sweet. That's why you are here, because it's sweet. This person has experienced it, work out too much. The person knows what we are talking about. So that was our parents trying to tell us, stay in one place. Stay in one place. And that's basically what I tried to paint in the chorus, that she's supposed to stay in one place, but instead she doesn't want to fight, she doesn't want to push, and she wants to leave. So the question of where is God? God is interested in everything, and God wants you to come back home. The question of you have to fight and not just want to walk away from marriage. Again, I'm not married, but I know that all die and I die. We go fight inside that place. We go stay. We fight, we settle, we continue. We fight, we settle. If you are tired, you eat. There was one trending video where a girl came to meet a guy. I think it was a Nollywood movie. She brought food. The guy said, I'm not eating. I'm angry. We are quarreling. He said, no problem. I eat first. When you eat, we can continue quarreling. So you have energy. So that's how it goes. But you must have it at your mind that there are certain things that once I see, I run. A man or a woman that is a sexual abuser, you run. You wake up one day, you see your husband doing funny things with your child, or you see your wife doing funny things with your child, you run. You carry the child, you run, and you deposit him in Kirikiri for some vacation. There are certain things, all right, but so let's not go too deep into that. I think we can move to the last stuff.
Yeah, so in summary, nothing is worth your life. Fight though, but if you pass your power, you rest. All right, so we are on to the last lap for today. The 5th track titled
Love. They know they beg for love, as you know they feel they know they false love. They know they beg for love, as you know they feel he better make you run, they go.
They know they false love. They know they beg for love, as you know they feel
there's none of
he better make you run, they go.
know you've heard she left. Broken, deceit, and thoughts. But every story has four sides. Your choice to believe whichever aligns with your personal conviction does not negate truth. Man is but man. Even the best of man is still man. And that says a lot. Nevertheless, Vera would not defend herself. But as her twin brother, Victor, I will speak for myself. You see, Mazi Okeke's son made it seem like deceit, broken thoughts, and she left was Vera's fault. But anyone who doesn't read the handwriting on the wall must have been too blind to focus on truth. Vera didn't just have abroad another someone. She actually did mention, but it was trivialized as no one. When a lady is uninterested, even if you go into the very furnace for her, it still won't pique her interest. Do all the good deeds the world has ever known. In our world, you are just planting seeds among thorns. It just won't grow.
They know they force love. They know they beg for love. As you know they feel love. He better make you run, they go.
They know they force love.
They know they force love.
They know they beg for love.
As you know they feel love. Yes, no.
He better make you run, they go.
Vera was not a user. If anything, it was him trying to use her, building castles in the air that is impossible even for Julius Berger. And you suddenly think it will matter even if you beg her? Hard conversations were held, tabled severally were her fears, but you can't fake someone into loving you because the fears will make her end up leaving you. Her future awaits, but he hoped she would wait. Wait? In Nigeria, especially in Bala Blue era, you must be joking. But the joke isn't even funny because even you are not laughing. She's breaking new grounds because everywhere good. Yes, all good and perfect gift comes from abroad. But if you good things, they are abroad. So she had to go. The opportunity of a lifetime is always in the lifetime of the opportunity. So she had to go.
Oh, they know they force love. Oh, they know they beg for love. As you know they feel love. He better make you run, they go. They know they force love. They know they force love.
They know they beg
as you know they feel love. He
better make you run, they go.
Yes, she agrees they quarrel and even fishes fight under the water. But in this matter, Vera being deceived, that is not it. When someone tells you her truth, you believe it as a lie. You eat the bitter fruit because whenever the truth becomes a hard pill to swallow, then maybe your windpipe is narrow. Mazi Okeke's son had a vision, but now he watches Vera on television. This isn't Nollywood. Vera is doing well abroad in her hood. So Mazi Okeke's son is still in gloom, still wishing and hoping it is not real. This is all a dream. But a dream isn't that which you see in your sleep. A dream is that which won't let you sleep. To Mazi Okeke's son, this must be a dream. Yet, Vera abroad is simply living her dreams.
They know they force.
They know they force love.
They beg
But you know they feel love. Oh, you better make you run, they go.
They know they force love.
They know they force love.
They beg
as you know they feel love. Oh, you better make you run.
When you listen to thoughts, broken, deceit, and she left, do you ever wonder how she really felt? Whatever you assume was fact is just an assumption, and that is never apt. Because assumption is not only the lowest level of knowledge, it is actually no knowledge. But when you assume, you make an ass of you and me. There is no coming back for Vera. Mazi Okeke's son can never have her. But will he take his lessons and move on? Or will he continue to brood on his hurts and hang on? These are not rhetorical, but very critical. You can never advise a man who's hurting. It's like telling a Nepo baby to stop crying. He wants to seek sympathy, but no one really vibes to a pity party. Yes, Vera is guilty as charged. All the thoughts, broken, deceit, and she left sets anyone in rage free of charge. Seems to be like the biblical woman caught in the very act, everyone hurling their stones of accusation against her. Vera should be punished. However, we are all like Vera till we encounter Christ, and all our wrongs, flaws, and faults forgiven in Christ. The wages of sin is death, hence why Christ died on the cross. So Vera is guilty and deserves to be punished for all she did and hurts she caused. When Christ steps in, he forgives the offender and heals the offended. This is not how you expected my POV or how it ends. But sometimes life with twists and turns takes you to a bend. You wish there was a better ending, but outside of Christ, there is no better happy ending. Vera and Mazi Okeke's son eventually met again, but this time no animosity between them, because they both have found in Christ their true identity, which completely rewrites their story and personality. Thoughts, broken, deceit, she left, and finally, the story has so many lessons practically. There is a Vera and a Mazi Okeke's son in us all, but only Christ still makes masterpieces from broken pieces of us all. Besides, this is my POV as Victor, Vera's twin brother. Perhaps Vera may tell her side of this entire matter, but will it still matter? Especially when both Vera and Mazi Okeke's son are living out their purpose and now better. I guess the greatest pain doesn't always come from the one who hurts you, but the reason behind why they hurt you.
They know they force, they know they force, they know they beg, as you know they feel more. He better make you run, they go. They know they force, they know they force, they know they beg, as you know they feel more. He better make you run, they go.
Vera's story, we may never know. So apparently, this is finally the end.
Wow. Before we begin, okay, so Jafosa is here. Before we begin, I'd like to say something before Jafosa gets into the chorus, and then we'll take questions. Now, Thought started in 2014, and the seed broken, she left, they were all in that era, 2014, 2015. But you see, finally came up in January 2026, right? So when I shared, when Efosa started to work on the project to put choruses to it, we released the first part in December 19th. And then I said, okay, there's still some other ones we should just finish, which were broken, and she left. Then I shared it with my pastor's wife, Reverend Frida Idausa Ajayi, and then she said, how does this thing all end? It has just been sad. How does this piece finally end? And I said, okay, that's where the name finally came from. I said, okay, finally, how does this whole thing end? I said, okay, let's really look at it. This is not Nollywood. Because people will expect that, okay, Vera will suffer, she'll not come back to beg Mazi Okeke's son. But it didn't have to end that way. So I now decided to write the piece in a way that everybody went on their different ways, everybody lived their best life, and there were some interesting lines I put in this particular finally. And then I sent it to Efosa. Efosa said he was not going to write chorus. That with everything that Vera has done, he's not writing chorus for finally. We started to talk about this thing from January. I'm not going to write the chorus for finally. He's not going to. Now, what he has gone through in his own life, he will not. He was not going to write chorus for finally, and I said, "What's that scene? All the choruses you've done before are fantastic, but you see the one for finally will be the best." He said, "I bet just forget." I came back again in February. I said, "First, how far this project? We need to finish up this project and bring it out." He said, "No, he's not going to write anything." Then one Saturday morning like this, I just reminded him again. This time, I thought I was ready. And I said, "Okay, send me finally." So I sent it to him again. And then he brought out this chorus, which I feel is the best chorus in this whole project. Finally, I'm broken at the best chorus for me in this whole project. But another thing that also happened in this project, when finally dropped, I picked a date of March 23rd for release. We uploaded the project online. We had issues and they said it was not going to be approved. So like, Efosa, how do we do this now? And I said, how do we do this now? I put out words that this project is going to come out March 23rd, and the site we're uploading on said they were not going to approve it because we have already brought out similar piece before. I said, Efosa, what do we do? Efosa said, okay, we should just hope and trust God and pray that it will come out. So I did the first week to push out some that coming soon. After that, I didn't do anything again. Then one Saturday, I just said, okay, it's about time. Let me just push out this. Whether it comes or it doesn't come, let me just push it out. Guess what? That Sunday of it, the person sent me a message that said, oh, they finally approved that it will soon come out, but we don't know the exact date. And guess what? On the exact date of 23rd, we have gotten approval and everything has been online. And then we now said, okay, we're going to officially release on the 23rd. So we would have done this listening party earlier before release, but we just said, okay, let's just put it out there first, and then we'll do listening party. So in all of this, it has been an amazing journey to this point. So Efosa, tell us about how you wrote the chorus, They're Not the First Love.
Okay, so I'm going to do two things. First, I would explain the concepts inside, and I will also talk about the story of how we got here. So,
okay, we lost Efosa there. He will join back again. We lost Efosa there. His video was frozen, so he will join back. So yeah. So guys, please, if you have questions, please type that out in the comments. We're going to take questions after we are done because this is where we're going to draw the curtain for today. So if you have questions, please type out your questions in the comments, so we'll take all your questions together. Efosa is back now. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So sorry about that. So like you already said, yeah, when you wrote it, I didn't want to write it as first because I mentioned before that when I was writing each of the chorus for each of the poems, I had to take myself back to the place of hurt because, you know, some of them were sad. So I had to put myself back in that space. And as at the time when, you know, finally came up, I had written I'd finished producing Thoughts and Deceit. And I was in that space. And then you say, okay, I want to close it out. Again, it's not like I'm expecting that, oh, you will say Vera suffered, she's dying, everything. I mean, I'm a human being, that would not have been bad. But anyway, so I'm a Christian, so we have actually forgiven. So, but it wasn't like I was expecting something negative to happen to Vera. But it just, for me, felt less like we left the real experience of the hurt and the pain and everything that happened, and now we're kind of defending, you know, Vera and all of that. So it took me a while to really see. I mentioned this before, nobody can see the story better than the creator. So it took me a while to see, okay, this is where you're coming from, and you're trying to say, okay, it's not like, you know, we've grown now to the point that we can look back and say, okay, I see where I did not do right. I see how this led me to God. I see how all things work together for good. And that's kind of, you know, how the whole finally plays out, where all things work together for good. And yeah, it took me a while, but of course, I have to enter there. Now, this chorus, the next thing I want to explain is that this chorus is the summary of the whole project. So the whole project is about a person that, fell in love, got hurt, went back, kept hoping, ran to God, cried back, God, the person, all of that. But at the center of it all, it's a love story, a sad one, but a love story that ends with Christ helping the person, helping Mazi Okeke's son out of it. And so one thing that really makes it come together is the truth of the matter that now, if you listen to Poem, The Seed She Left, Thought, The Seed She Left, and Broken, you will see something that from the writer's perspective, they tried their best. Now, when you look at, if you include Finally, now listen to Vera's brother's POV, you notice that on both sides, they thought they were doing the best. As at the time where Vera was doing what Vera was doing, she thought this is the best decision for her. She was doing what was best for her. He was doing what was best for him. Everybody was, trying their best, but it just could not work out. You can't force love. You can do everything that you can do, the best that you can do, but you can't force it. And you will continue to suffer if you keep trying to force it to make it happen. You will just keep hurting yourself the more and more. So the best way is just run. I always like to use run because if you are walking, they can call you to come back. But when you run, it's harder for them to stop you when you are running. So I always like to use run. I get it from the Bible that says, is he deceased from every anything of the devil? Just run. The explanation is run. Don't negotiate. Don't try to fix it. Don't say, oh, let me check this temptation. Maybe I'm strong enough. Run. Flee. It's flee that they use there. Flee. I think flee is even worse than run. Because run, you might be running for fun. You might be running for exercise. But you can't flee for exercise. You can't say, oh, I took a flee this morning to just enjoy myself. No. If you flee, something must have happened that made you run fast. So I like to use that. Now, the one part that I really want to explain about this chorus. Now, so far, we've been talking about how that love is not something that is not what keeps the relationship, right? It is the promise that keeps the love. And then we've talked a lot about how love is really not enough. You can't control who you love. You can't force it and all that. And yet in my chorus, I'm saying they know the first love. If you know the feeling, it better make you run the go. So are we now saying, somebody might want to ask, does that now mean that anytime you stop feeling love in relationship or in marriage or any type of ship that you should run? So that's a conclusion that somebody can draw, that, oh, if you are not feeling the love again, you have tried, you should run. But no, that's not exactly what I was trying to paint. Now, some people might hear it that way, which is the point of this whole listening party. So you can hear the real gist. Some other people who are listening to it, they might, but you that you are here, you can hear the real gist. At any point you come and watch, you can hear it. Now, the Bible tells us certain things when it comes to love. You will see the Bible describe love as a commandment. All right, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind. It's a commandment. Love your neighbor as you love your. All those things are commandments. A commandment is not some. It's kind of like an order that you have to obey. If you really surrender to this person. So if you are in the military, you put yourself under the leadership of the military. When they give you an order, you must obey it because you have put yourself under that person. And that's what we do when we give our life to Christ. So when you say, I give my life to Christ, what you are saying is that I have put myself under your leadership, and whatever you tell me to do, I will do it. So it is a free decision to surrender yourself to him. And then God is saying as a commandment that you should love somebody. But we all know that love is a feeling that we cannot control. So how are we getting an order to love? Now, when you study that thing properly, you will find something that there are different kinds of love. There's love the feeling and there's love the action. Love the feeling is what you cannot control. It comes by actions or different kind of things. It can just happen. You can just see yourself loving somebody that you are supposed to hate, which is why you see in the Bible where an apostle is saying, the things I want to do, I find myself not being able to do it. And the things that I don't want to do, that's the things that, so you can see that you can love something and still not want to do it. But when they are giving you that commandment, it's not a question of feel love towards God or feel love towards your neighbor or feel love towards your partner alone. It is a question of an action. What does it mean? You as a person, you know, when they say love your neighbor as you love yourself, what do you mean by love yourself? It means you are doing certain things. There are certain things you will do to yourself or for yourself. Those things that you will do for yourself or to yourself as a way to show that you love yourself, do it for the other person. You might not feel it. You might not feel like it. But if, for example, to you, love means greeting you good morning in the morning, you too be greeting everybody good morning. Even though you don't feel a good morning towards them, even though you don't feel that feeling of love and desire towards your partner, love them as an action. Like, decide, know the things that you ought to do that says this means I love you, and continue to do it. Now, this is what happens when you make those actions. And this is why when I hear people talk about love language a lot, I quick verse. Why? Because a lot of people use love language as a way to just enjoy free gifts. For example, what's your love language? A lot of people will say receiving gifts, but they never give gifts. That's not your love language. The proof that something is love to you, this is one thing. One of the flaws of humans is that why we say we need to learn each other's love language is that when you love somebody, you will start doing for them things that you want to be done to you. Because in your definition, in your mind, that is what love means. So you love from your own view. You now over time learn what they want that is not your own view and start doing it as well. But your default setting, if you are somebody who sees love of words of affirmation as love, it means when that happens, you translate it as love. So if you want to express love to somebody, you will give words of affirmation. If somebody tells you their love language is gifts receiving and they don't used to give gifts, it's a lie. They are a thief. They are a criminal. They want to steal your money. If somebody tells you their love language is out of service, but they never help you, they never do anything, it's a lie. They just want free labor. They want somebody to do things for them. So when I say they know the first love, all right, the concept of it is not just the feeling of love, it's also the action of love. If you're with somebody and they are not making any effort, they are not willing to fight for you, they are not pushing, they are not trying to build with you, doing whatever it needs within the confines of God's will and what God wants and what God likes, and also what is legal. No go thief because of love, then you go do kere. So within the confines of, godliness, the laws of the land and all of that, if they are not doing any of those things, they cannot love you. It means they don't love you, and you can't force it. You can't force somebody to act love towards you. And so this is something that I needed to explain, so that anybody that sees this can know that when we are saying they know the first love, we're not saying if you don't have the feeling. If you are not feeling it anymore, take some of my feeling, I will give you my own. We're not going anywhere. But if we are not acting the promise that sustains the love, the action of the love as an action, if we are not doing those actions, if, for example, every time you and your partner quarrel, you will not give them food to eat, you will not greet them again, you give them silent treatment, you are not in love. You are a manipulator, you are a wicked person. Those actions, if you take it out because you are not feeling again, it means you were never even there at first. So those actions stay. That's what you counsel. There will be times where you're not feeling that feeling again. That's not what I'm saying. Once you are not feeling it, wrong. Because I needed to explain it, because we've had like a question about people fleeing. So we're not saying when you are not feeling it again. We are saying when you can no longer put the action, when you are unable to act, when they are unable to act, there's no action. There's no promise, there's no commitment keeping it. Run. That is love. That's the definition of love. Because love is not just I feel. Love is I feel, so I do. For God so loved, so he gave. There's always is that action that is the proof that shows. So, and it doesn't mean giving everything you have. It could be as little as anything. That's another conversation. Love can be as little as being there for them, talking with them, gisting with them, showing up for them, helping them out in different ways, carrying their matter on your head, so many things. And so if you are not seeing those things, you can't force it. You can't force somebody to pray for you. You can't force somebody when you are going through down times, for somebody to go on their knees and say, this my brother, this my friend is going through a downtime, I'm going to pray for. That is love. Because I know these days everybody's looking at love as dates and all of that. That somebody will leave what they are doing and say you are going through something and go on their knees and pray for you. And pray, intercede for you in prayer, and hold your hand and pray together. That is love. These days we don't recognize all those things. But basically what I'm trying to say is that the actions, when they are not acting right towards you, you cannot force it. You cannot force them. And so when you see that the actions are not working in line, run. So I think that's basically what I wanted to explain.
All right. Thank you so much. So in essence, love are necessary actions put in place as long as it is reciprocated. That was really a very deep one. Mr. Alex, do you have any?
Sorry. No, the reciprocation is a one-way street. Love is actions that you put in place to show, all right, that's your love, or what the actions is what you do towards somebody is a feeling of love for the love. You do it for the love. If they don't give you back, now still love. If they don't give you back, it just means you got hurt or something, but it is still love. You run if they don't give you back after some time, but it doesn't have to be reciprocated for it to be love. It's a one-way street. God is loving us. A lot of humans don't love God back, but He still loves us.
Yeah.
That's like the easiest explanation.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Mr. Alex.
Okay, so like Sage has said, everything from thoughts, deceit, broken, she left, to finally, like I said, the project is about love, it's about forgiveness, it's about grace. That's all the project is about. It's about love, it's about forgiveness, it's about grace. So, yeah, those of you who haven't listened to the piece, if this is the first time you're listening to it, please go back and listen again so you can understand. And please listen from track 1 to track 5. Don't skip anyone so you can understand the flow of the story, so you can see where Mazi Okeke's son started out from, where Vera came into the picture and everything, and how it finally ends, right? So I think at this point we should take questions from the audience because they've been here since we started by 9 and they're still here. So let's take questions from them before we call this a wrap. Let's hear their perspective of what they feel about the whole project, and if they look forward to other projects like this. Look forward to other projects like
I mean, I don't look forward to. Nobody wants to enter that zone again. One is one.
Okay, someone said this has been fun. Thank you, Harry. Harry as Sunshine, thank you. Harry has been here since the beginning. Thank you so much. All of you that have joined. Grace was here at some point. I think she's still here. So please ask your questions. Audience, ask your questions now about any of the tracks, whether track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4, track 5. Ask any of your questions now so that Efosa can take them, or I can take them, or even if you can share our perspective. But in all, it has been amazing. I've enjoyed this project, even though the project was 11, 12 years ago, right? 11, 12 years ago. And this is one of the things we try to encourage artists, people who do work, creative works. Don't do trends. Don't do things that will fade after 3 months. This project was 11 years ago, 12 years ago project, and it's still very relatable even in 2026. You see one of the lines, I think it was in Broken, that talked about iPhone 6 Plus. That was when iPhone 6 was raining. And we deliberately did not try to edit it to now turn into iPhone 16 Plus. Leave it there. So you know that it's coming from way back. So it's not just today. And besides, if you go and look at iPhone 6 Plus, it made sense that year. Phone was very sleek, very sophisticated. So it made sense at that point, right? So that's to let you know. And we also mentioned that your name with a Coke, but your name on the Coke, that was a trend that was happening that time too. And in fact, they brought that trend again recently, I think last year. You could see his name on Coke. So that's to tell you how long ago this project was, and it's still relatable. So we always tell this when we were doing Togo World Academy, then 663. Let your piece have message, value, and excellence. You could see that in this work. Many years ago, brought out this year, and it still looks as though we wrote it this year. And like I said, outside of finally, every other piece was written in 2014, 2015. That's a long time ago. In fact, that time Nigeria was still good. Fuel was still 57 naira at that point. It was still 87 naira for fuel.
Yeah.
So you can imagine house rent was still like 100K. So you can imagine how long ago this project has been, but it's now it's coming out. And this also lets you know that there's a timing to everything. right? Don't rush things. Don't rush some things. Just let do the work. Let it be. Don't rush it. Like Efosa has some songs that he's bringing out now that he had written many years ago too. But now is the time he's bringing those songs out. So please, if you have not followed Efosa, please look up for Sage Efosa on Spotify. He has a lot of projects that he's bringing out this period. Started since last year, been bringing out some projects since last year. And please subscribe to his Spotify handle and listen to his works and also share his works, right? Thank you for coming for our listening party today. So we're waiting for questions before we call this a wrap. An amazing storytelling, a consistent piece that will be relatable even in my child's time. Exactly. In another 10 years, still be relatable. It will still be relatable in another 10 years. Thank you so very much. More questions. Let's see if we still have questions. It's been an amazing session. Yeah, Grace, thank you so much for staying through to the end. Great, Grace. Thank you so very much for staying through to the end. That's been so much fun. Thank you so much, Sunshine. And for those who joined but could not comment, thank you so much. We see you. Thank you very much. We are grateful for that. Yeah. Final questions from your end, Ivie, before we call this a wrap. I think we should. Oh, it's already 11. I said we should end this by 11. It's already 11. So, final words from everybody. So we'll call this a wrap.
Let me go first. Thank you everybody for being here, and it's been an amazing time. Sorry we've taken more than your 11 p.m. but to the next project, please check us on all the platforms. We are everywhere. Check. You can check Alex Usage. If you want to look for me, especially search for Sage Efosa. Everywhere we did.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, Ivie.
Yeah, I would say the story so far from track 1 to track 5 finally really stood out for me. I actually did have a personal feel and relatable for me. So it's one track that I really did enjoy it. And everyone would definitely have their own track that they found very relatable. So for those of us that on this session that you haven't listened to all track, yes, please do well to go through them. They are very interesting and there is always something for you to relate with. And then if you are not yet following this page, please do well to subscribe and listen over again. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We would definitely want to hear from you and still respond as well. Thank you all for joining. So over to you, Mr. Alex, for a final word as we end this year.
Okay, so I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you for your time, for being here since 9 p.m. to this point. Thank you so very much. We do not take that for granted. You could have been doing any other thing with this time, but you chose to be here with us. We are grateful. And please, everybody, go follow Sage Efosa look for Sage Efosa on Spotify. He has amazing works. Please go follow him. Follow him. He has amazing works. And sincerely, he does amazing production, right? He does amazing production. And this work is here. We look forward to bringing out some other works this year also. I'm going to Boku Efosa to ensure that he does some other things. But until then, enjoy this one for now. And sometime in the year, we'll probably put out another from back in the day collection. We had some other collections back in the day we never released, and we want to bring them out again and put it out there. But thank you so much for this project. To also hurt. There's somebody who has been hurt. There's somebody who knows somebody who's hurting. Share this project with them. It will heal them, because at the end of every piece, there's the God factor that we introduce. We're actually not preaching, but we are preaching, right? So we are not saying we believe God, but we're actually preaching and sharing the gospel through this project. So share this project with somebody you know, maybe going through a downtime, maybe feeling hurt, or somebody you know is about to feel hurt. Share this project with them. It will help them on their journey, right? So once again, thank you so much, guys. We appreciate all of you for being here. Oh, Alima invited you. Thank you so much. Alima, thank you for inviting someone to join. Thank you so much, sir, for joining. That's all the way from Canada. Thank you so so very much. We are super, super grateful. Thank you, Afosa. Thank you, Ivie. And thank you, everyone, for joining today. And we hope that we get to see you another time when we get to do another listening party. Until then, we'll leave you with the last song finally, and then we'll call it a wrap. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye.
Bye.
False love, they know they beg for love. As you know they feel you better make you run, they go.
They know they false love. They know they beg for love. As you know they feel
there's none of
you better